Today we are going to look at the Spider-Man 2 story trailer. I haven't seen it yet, and it's been a while since I've been doing videos, and I'm sorry about that. I've been really busy with work. So I'm just catching up watching this video. So this is my first time looking at the second trailer to the Spider-Man video game that's coming out on PS5 in October. So without any further ado, let's get right into it.
Be strong.
Spider-Man 2.
A lot's happened in the last 10 years. It's a miracle I'm even sitting here now. I got a second chance. I'm gonna take advantage of that. But I need you with me, Pete. You're gonna heal the world.
Good Lord. I like the graphics.
Guys, this is my best friend Harry.
Hey, good to meet you.
Good job, huh? Still gonna have time for tutoring?
We'll figure it out. I didn't know there were bears in these woods. Hey, MJ, I have another name for you. Craven. He's here on some kind of hunt.
You know, if you need me, I'm just a call away. Hey, you don't know what you took from me.
All Miles talks about is how to be a better Spider-Man. How to help you.
What the hell's going on with Pete?
He's not himself. Go help him.
This was our dream. I'm not going to lose him.
We're going to heal the world.
Let me start off by saying, wow. Insomniac, you have come a long way. You surpassed, I think, even Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales. The way you got this game looking, and we only have, what, 2 months left to go before this game comes out? It was in October. So it's amazing how you guys got this so fast. It's definitely game of the year. If you guys don't win game of the year, it's going to be a major upset. I guarantee you. A lot of fans are going to be really, really pissed off if this is not game of the year. Let's go back and take a look at some of the graphical they have up here. Now you have Harry and Peter having a moment, and they are sitting here, and Harry is pitching to Peter that it's a miracle that he's even sitting here, which is true, because if you look at the very first Spider-Man, he was in a tube and he was dying, and the symbiote was in there with him, keeping him alive. What was it that made him sick, that he was near death? We don't know. We probably will know about it more in this series on Spider-Man 2. But whatever was taken, was claiming Harry's life, he made it through because of the symbiote. Now, is Harry going to be Venom? I believe so. We have a lot of bits and pieces of this, how it's going to turn out in events. And now let me tell you the graphics. I was looking, it's astonishing. Look at the textures, the face features, the eyes. They have really stepped up the game as far as looks is concerned in this game. Look at Peter's. Peter had a little bit of a touch up, a little bit. But I didn't expect for him to have any major upgrades because he already had it in Spider-Man Remastered. So I expect for him not to be changed too much. But like, oh my God, let's look at, you know, Miles with his new dreadlock look. You got Peter and Miles swinging, and then you have now this. If you guys don't know, I have never been in New York. I've been born and raised in New York. This is Coney Island. This is definitely Coney Island. So this giving you a detail of how big the map of this world is going to be. Where in the first Spider-Man, we was only confounded into just Manhattan. You have the upper and lower east side Manhattan. This one, we're going to have Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens, which is the 3 boroughs. Actually, there are 5 boroughs. There's the Bronx, there's Manhattan, there's Brooklyn, there's Queens, there's Staten Island, 5 boroughs. But we are only going to get 3 of them, which is a huge map to consider. Now, it'd be impossible to put all 5 boroughs on such a limited data space on a disk, because that would be astronomically huge. If you have never been to New York is a huge city. The 5 boroughs alone are huge. So to replicate that much is you asking too much. So to just get Manhattan, Queens, and Brooklyn is enough to me. And the way they got Coney Island is pretty cool, because this is the Big Wheel, which is near the beach. The beach is right behind the Big Wheel. What threw me off was this, they call it the Speed Demon, but this is actually the Cyclone, which is the world's famous roller coaster in Coney Island. And then the music ride is not here, the one you sit down and spin around in a circle with, but then you have this ride here, which I have never seen in Coney Island. But then it's been a long time since I've been in Coney Island, so I'm sure a lot of it has been upgraded. But I know the hydro bench is usually on the left side of Big Wheel, which is your right, my left. But it's never near the Cyclone. The only game that's near the Cyclone is the shooting gallery. And the shooting gallery consists of animatronic guy playing a guitar, the wolves, the owl, the bottles. They had the squirrel, and they had these little bullseye targets that you can shoot, and they would do funny animatronics. They would move when you shoot them. And I know that was right about here underneath the first dip. Coming off this dip is like right here in
Guys.
So if you see that, that's where the shooting gallery is. It's like literally underneath the Cyclone, like the first track. So it's really noisy, and it's huge because it has a big roundabout. So it's got like I think 10 guns, and you just drop. Well, last time I've been there was like 75 cents to play, probably like $1.50 now, maybe $2 to play, to shoot them up. But it's wonderful to see that they replica Coney Island, and Coney Island is like I said, it's one of the most iconic places to visit when you're in New York. A lot of tourist people go there, and it's a famous place to go see. You can drive there, you can take the trains there. There's plenty of subways that goes there. They'll drop you off right in front of where the rides are, and it's just an awesome place to be at. So I'm just surprised that they even got that in the game. So moving along, let's look at Harry and Peter and Miles. What's up with the fro, bro? It's like he got dreadlocks. Like he got locks, like short ones. Now I know most Puerto Ricans, they don't carry the locks. You know, Boricuas don't. But that's new. And I'm not complaining. It's a new style. It's a new look. I figured everybody in here is going to get a new look. Look at MJ. This is not the same MJ we had in Spider-Man and Spider-Man Remastered. She has totally got a whole new facelift and a whole new look. So it's just interesting how they did the changes in this game. So it's a little bit, you know, you look at Miles' face, he is getting a little older. So I figured, you know, this is the events after what happened in Miles' game. So you're looking at probably maybe like a year or two after. So yeah, he's definitely got a little look. He's definitely seasoned more as being Spider-Man. So let's look at some of the other villains in here, which is I didn't know there was bears in the woods. If you don't know Spider-Man's comic one-liner, he has a bunch of them in the comic books, and he says a lot. And some are funny, some is like cheesy, like, oh, okay, you know. But that's just how Spider-Man makes his enemies be more annoyed, because the more angry you get, the more mistakes you do. And this is how Spider-Man gets the upper edge on people, because you get so angry and so infuriated that you will do something that you will make a mistake, and it will benefit Spider-Man, because all you want to do is get your hands on him and break his neck. But 9 out of 10, you won't get your hands on Spider-Man. It's pretty quick, but very few can get his hands on him. Now, this one with the wing glider, I think is pretty good. I love that. I love that. I still love the swinging, but the new flying mechanic in this game is giving it an upper edge towards the game. We didn't have this in the first Spider-Man, so we getting this on Spider-Man 2, and we didn't have this in Miles Morales neither. So to have the wing glider suit, which Spider-Man used quite a few times in the comic books, but he didn't use it as much. It was always just the regular swing mechanics. And to have this in the game is pretty awesome. So then you have Kraven, the hunter. Now, Kraven is a hunter who wants any and everything that he can dominate and get trophies of. I mean, he literally have heads of trophies of people who he conquered. And to go to New York to visit all these people with abilities that will give Kraven a run for his money, that's a challenge to him. And so he goes after Spider-Man, he goes after Miles, he goes after the Lizard. He definitely will be going after Venom, because they all challenge it to him. Like, Kraven is a very strong hunter. He's got the strength of an elephant, a bull, and the speed of a cheetah. So yeah, Kraven is no slouch. He will get you, and he's a sneaky hunter. He's a very sneaky hunter. His stealth ability is surpassed no one, because I mean, you won't even know the guy's behind you until it's too late. So yeah, I could see him being a vulnerable opponent in this game, where he is going to give Spider-Man, Venom, Lizard run for their money. So you get the helicopter chase scene here, which is good graphics. I mean, my gosh, this graphics looks so good. And you get the motorbikes, and then the water bikes, and you get Spider-Man fighting a robot dog. Then you have the symbiote that's laying in the grass. Then you got Miles and Peter, you know, are conversing the help that they need from each other to combat the dangers that they are facing. And so they need to remain as a team. Of course, you know this guy from the first one. He's the one that killed Miles's dad. So I'm expecting a lot of emotion coming out of this, because as you heard, you know, in Miles' voice, he is very, 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 very angry at this guy. So yeah, I think this is going to be a very emotional game. As you can see, he's facing him right here. I know there's a propeller in the background, so I'm thinking it's a boat that's sinking or probably flipped over. I'm thinking it's probably the one in the middle of the chase when they chasing Doc Connors, which is aka the Lizard. Now this one throws me off. I don't know who this character is in the flame. So if you guys know who this character is in the flame, please let me know down below. It's very interesting to know who this person is. We might have another villain on our hands. So it's going to be, this game is going to be a lot of work because we're going to have so many villains. It's going to be ridiculous. They go Miles fighting the birds in the air. Peter is being talked to about Miles wanting to be a better Spider-Man. So, you know, Peter has to be the big brother and console with Miles. Then you have Peter in the new Venom suit as he came through the roof. There he goes with the tentacles and everything. And they go Miles facing Craven's thugs, as you can see here. This has to be in Craven's probably castle or mansion that Miles will be facing some of his henchmen, the Craven's henchmen. Now this right here, oh my God, Lizard, aka Doc Connors. Connors is, they made him huge as the Lizard. He's a big beast. And I seen Spider-Man take on the Lizard in many different ways, whether it was animation, comic books, took on the Lizard. And it took quite a few beatings before Spider-Man was able to actually bring down Doc Connors. But I want to know in this series, is he's gonna be like attached to Doc Connors like he was with Octavius, because Octavius he was friends with, and it hurt him that he became a villain. So will we repeat the same thing again with Doc Connors as he's transitioning into the Lizard? This will be interesting. As we've seen in the other trailers, the gameplay, you can tell that he is very protective of Doc Connors and he's trying to help him. But at the same time, he is battling Venom. He's wearing the symbiote suit. So he is being sympathetic, but at the same time, being aggressive towards Doc Connors. And Connors turning into the Lizard brings out more, because Venom is a symbiote that likes battle, likes fight, like confrontation. He likes to destroy things. You know, as we looked at the Venom movie, they made him more of a sissy, you know, because Venom is an anti-hero. He's a villain. He don't maim, but he kills and he destroys, and that's just how he is. When in the comic book, when he melded with dang, I just had the character's name on my tongue and I forgot it already. Anyway, when he melded with the next person who has the symbiote, which is Eddie Brock. There you go, Eddie Brock. Eddie Brock he melded with. Now Eddie Brock hated Spider-Man because Spider-Man made him look like a fool. And he had vengeance to destroy Spider-Man. And when the symbiote found that out, Venom found that out, they joined forces to bring down Spider-Man. And as they battled Spider-Man, you got to remember Carnage came into the picture. Carnage was created in the midst of the battle. And then Carnage was on a rampage spree, just killing everybody. And Venom had to stop him because he was doing what Venom was doing. And they only had to be one symbiote. And so Venom took on Carnage, which they did nothing but destruction and death and destruction. And they tore that place up. And Spider-Man had to go in between the both of them to stop the carnage from happening. And at the same time, Spider-Man was getting damaged. I mean, he was getting his butt kicked. In the comic books, he has so many broken bones, so many broken ribs, and he was bad. But what kept him going on is when his friend, and I think the one person he was really having feelings for was Gwen Stacy. Now, Gwen Stacy in the Spider-Man multiverse, in a different universe, she's Spider-Gwen. But in our universe, which is Spider-Man's universe, Peter Parker's universe, she's a detective. And she got killed by Carnage, which really damaged Peter Parker and made Parker more of a, had no choice but to stop it at all costs because a dear friend of his died in the midst of the battle between Venom and Carnage. So it would be good if it would have been nice if they'd implemented that story into this game, where we get to introduce Gwen Stacy, learn about Gwen Stacy, and then saw the death of Gwen Stacy, which will really alternate Spider-Man's perception on dealing with these two symbiotes, because I think he gotten more aggressive, more meaner, even without the suit, or the fact that he lost a good friend. So it would have been nice to see that story. But like I said, that series was pretty long. And then look at Kraven. Man, right out of the comic book, this guy is so menacing. It's going to give Spider-Man and Miles Morales a run for his money. But I think while Peter has the suit, the battle is going to go towards Miles. I think Miles is going to be the one who has to stop Kraven. Because at the time, Venom ain't going to care. So once he's more and more into that suit and he gets more and more corrupted, Peter gets more and more corrupted, he's not going to care anymore. And so Miles won't get as much help from Peter as he did before the suit. And so I think Miles is going to have a little bit more than he can chew in this one. I mean, he has some fights, but I don't think the fights he had in his series is going to be anything like this. So that's going to be really, really good. And you got Henry, and you got the transitioning from the regular spider to the spider suit. I think that transformation was good. And then you see Harry here. He is not 110% in full health because he's carrying a cane, as you can see here. So he still is battling whatever the damage is happening to him. So he is limping in this one. So he's not 110% healed. So then you look at this, Mary Jane, totally different look from what it was on the first Spider-Man game. So this is a definitely upgrade to this to this MJ, and MJ looking really, really stunning right here in his graphics. Then you got Miles powering up. Then you got Norman talking to Harry, and as he's talking to Harry, you can see in the background the symbiote suit swimming towards Harry. So you can't tell me Harry Osborn is not Venom. And then you go here, and then you hear Tony Todd, wonderful voice for Venom, telling Harry, we're going to heal the world. The same thing he told Peter in the beginning of the video, we're going to heal the world. And now him and Venom is going to heal the world. And the graphics on this one is so stunning. It looks so awesome. And then you get Venom doing what he does best, destruction. Look at that body. This dude is a beast. He's a beast of a beast. Look at this. Look at the body on this dude. It's like, oh my gosh. Spider-Man Miles, you got your hands full, my friends. You got your hands full. You see this? Look at this beast. Look at this beast. Man, this guy. And I'm hoping that Venom is playable. Not just playable when Peter has the suit, but just playable when Harry has it, when he's at this level. I'm hoping he's playable. And then you have the spider symbol, and you have Spider-Man 2. There you go, folks. So, after seeing this and then looking at the Spider-Man 2 Collector's Edition of the PS5, which you see right here, I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to be an awesome year for Sony. The last leg of the year for Sony, because Sony is taking this year, the end of this year, and they're going out with a bang. Insomniac is going out with a bang, and they're going to give Starfield a run for its money. I think so. Xbox, Bethesda, you're in trouble. Because if you think you're going to win Game of the Year, Spider-Man's going to win it. I would love to get that console, but I already have a PS5. And I already decked it out as Venom, as you can see here. And right next to it is my PS4 Spider-Man Collectors. And yeah, I would love to get that Spider-Man 2 Collectors, but I already have a PS5. Now, from what I understand, flashing news, breaking news, you will be able to get the plates. So you don't have to buy the whole gaming console, but you can get the gaming console if you don't have the PS5, but you can also get the plates if you already have it, so you can switch it out. Now, I'm thinking about getting that. I'm thinking about getting the plates. That would be interesting to get. So, wow. Insomniac they just took my breath away. I don't know what to say. I'm hoping that this game will be in 60 frames per second. Because if it's only in 30, this is a damn good-looking 30 frames. This is a damn good-looking 30 frames. So I mean, 60 will probably be immaculate. 30, damn good-looking. Damn good-looking. Either way, hands down, this is definitely Game of the Year. So you guys, let me know in the comments down below what you think of Spider-Man 2 story trailer. How do you think of the upgrades between Mary and Miles? What do you think about Venom? Did you like the body of Venom? Do you like the menacing of Venom? What do you think about Kraven the Hunter? Do you think he is the protagonist? Do you think he's the main one that's going to give everyone a run for their money, or would it be Venom? Are you going to get this game day one? I would like to know from everyone, is you getting this game day one? And are you going to be surprised? Or are you waiting or knowing that the battle between Peter and Miles is going to come? Because like I said, as long as he wears that suit, the more he wears the suit, the more evil he becomes. And someone's going to have to stop him. That's going to be Miles. Between dealing with him and dealing with Kraven the Hunter, I think that's going to be a high challenge for Miles as the new Spider-Man. So you guys let me know down in the comments below. It's always great to have these chats and these conversations with you guys. I enjoy doing these videos as much as I can. You know, like I said, once again, I'm sorry if I have been taking a long time to drop these videos, but I'm trying to do them as fast as I can. But when it comes to Spider-Man, yeah, I will be dropping a lot more videos for Spider-Man, because the closer we get, the more and more I am getting hungry to get this game. So thank you guys for watching. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, hit the like button if you like this video. And as always, thank you for watching. I wish you guys a very good night and good day. Be safe and always enjoy gaming.